Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amanda and I typically make weight loss related content. So if that stuff interests you, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button right now because I have a lot more videos coming and you don't want to miss them. Today's video is very exciting because once again, it's in collaboration with several other YouTubers, all of which their links are down below in my description box, and I encourage you to check them out after you have checked out my video. Give them a like and comment and subscribe to their channels as well because they have a lot of amazing information and they're all on weight loss journeys, and it's all about creating a beautiful, supportive community to help us all through that. So definitely check out those people down below. Today's collaboration topic is whether or not we think it's possible to eat out while trying to lose weight. I think a lot of that is a matter of opinion, and in moderation, I think it's possible personally. Now, I don't recommend eating out every single night. Moderation is something that we hear a lot while dieting, no matter what diet you're on. And I think that same principle applies here. Yes, I think it's possible to eat out, but I think that you gotta limit it. And I'm actually gonna share with you some tips that I think may help if you are eating out and you want to try and still maximize your weight loss for the week. So stick around and I'm gonna share those tips with you. I've come up with 8 of them I think you'll like. Now, before we get into those tips, I did want to shout out once again to all of the wonderful other collaborators that are involved in this video topic. Once again, they're linked down below. Please check them out and give them some support. A very awesome thing about this group that I'm involved in is that it's open to anybody that has a small YouTube channel that's also on a weight loss journey. So if that applies to you and you would like to become a member of our YouTube Facebook group, stick around to near the end of this video and I will share with you how you can get involved. That way you can take part in our future collaborations as well. Okay, let's get into those tips that I think will help if you are trying to eat out in moderation and you still want to maximize your weight loss. Tip number 1 for you guys is to use your phone and look up the menu before you even get there. Like before you leave the house, look up that menu and get an idea of what options there are at that restaurant that you can, either modify or customize in some way to make sure that you're still within your calories, and go in with a plan. Don't just arrive there and think you can just be spontaneous and it's just fine. No. If you want to, make sure you don't go off plan, make a plan before you go. Tip number 2. When you go and you sit down at the table and the waitress seats you and then lays down a wonderful, delicious basket of bread with, delicious butter right next to it, and or maybe there are peanuts on the table, or just avoid all of that is my tip number 2. Avoid any pre-meal foods. That's where they get you. It's unplanned calories, completely unplanned. You're just better off avoiding all of that. Have some willpower and maybe ask the waitress to take those items away if you have lower willpower and it can't be on the table in front of you. But yeah, that would be my tip number 2, is avoid those freebies, that they stick on the table before you order. Tip number 3 kind of goes along with those pre-meal foods, and that's appetizers. Don't even order them. You're gonna overeat, guaranteed, if you order those appetizers. So skip the appetizers. Tip number 4, some people may or may not agree with it, but I think it's best practice to skip alcohol when you're going out. Just because there's empty calories and you just don't need to add them to your evening, you're wanting to get out and celebrate. Do it in a way that's healthy for your body and you're putting good nutritious calories into your body and not alcohol. So that's my tip number 4, is just avoid the alcohol. But if you absolutely can't, once again, enjoy it in moderation. Maybe only have 1 glass of wine, for an example. Tip number 5 is most restaurants are okay with you customizing things. And I kind of mentioned that earlier, but this goes along more with maybe you're ordering some chicken and typically it comes fried, but maybe you should think about asking to have it grilled, baked, broiled, poached, steamed. those are some healthier options to have your meats cooked in a little bit healthier of a way. Tip number 6, most of you probably have already heard of, but it's just a great way to ensure that you don't overeat. And that is to box up half of your meal right when the waitress puts it on the table. Just ask her to bring you a box right then and get half of that portion out of your face, because if it's just gonna sit there staring at you and you're having a good time, guaranteed gonna nibble some more, and you just don't need that. If you box up half that portion and put it in the box, get it out of your face, and only eat that portion that is within your calories. And by taking away that extra, portion, we're all kind of built into us. I don't know why, but we've all built it into our minds that we should clear our plate, right? And so if you clear that portion, your plate's cleared of that portion. And so mentally, you can finish off your plate and be just fine. And you'll still have satisfied that weird urge we have to make sure our plate's clean. Tip number 7, eat slowly. Another thing you guys have all probably heard before, but it really makes a big difference. The slower that you eat, the more opportunity your body has to digest that food, and your body's gonna notify you sooner that you're full, and that way you can stop eating instead of accidentally overeating because you ate too quickly. And finally, tip number 8 is to avoid desserts. As tempting as they might be, when you're in celebratory mode, or if you're just wanting to relax and have a night out, you just don't need those calories. Unless you implement them into your personal daily calorie limit, go for it. But it's my opinion that you're better off without them if you want to maximize your weight loss for the week. Now, I would absolutely love it if you have any other tips for all of us. Please leave them down below. We can learn from each other, and I would love that. Also, comment down below and tell me if you plan on implementing any of my tips. I would greatly appreciate knowing that I helped someone out there. I'm gonna do one more little reminder to everyone that this video is in collaboration with several other YouTubers, all of which have their channels and videos listed below. Please go check them out, support them. They may have some other interesting information on this topic of eating out and still trying to lose weight, giving their opinions on yay or nay, if it's possible, if they think it's possible, things like that. And I'm sure you guys will enjoy their content. They're amazing people. And I did say that if you wanted to become part of this collaboration group and join our Facebook group, I was going to share with you how to do that. So I've also included a link down below to a YouTube video that has all of the information you need in order to know how to join this group and become part of it. So I encourage you to look for that link in the description box below. And that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. On the screen, there are 2 videos. I would love it if you would check one or both of them out. One of them I picked for you and the other YouTube is recommending. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!